Okay. There we go. It's kind of loud. Continue. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, just. Yeah, last save game. So last time there was a bit of a network issue. I didn't stop. It just, I don't know, just crapped out, and that's what ended everything. This time, we're still here, still doing whatever it is we're doing. I have those skill seeds. I haven't used those. I don't. It's one of those things where I kind of want to find out more about them before I start to use them. So we had played tag with the slowest girl in the world. If I talk, I don't know what seeds do. I can't remember. Tired of it. He was the one who suggested going on the gondola for a date, but just how long does he expect me to wait? Isn't there a guy? Hold on. Does it want to play with me again? Yeah, sure. Okay, let's play hide and seek this time. I've got the perfect hiding place. You want a hint? Well, it's a key. Okay, key. Can't actually go anywhere else in here, I don't think. Key. There's an area with a locked door. Get up my way. Aha! Now you found me. Thought for sure you'd never get me here. How the heck did you get in here? It was locked, wasn't it? Well. Hello there, do you have the new key for me? Yep, my dad's busy, so I brought it over for him. Here you go. Oh, thank you. My old key was broken, so I couldn't open the door anymore. I was told remaking it would take days. Your father's an exceptionally skilled man, though. We did the job in a fraction of the time. Well, use your payment. Say thanks to your father for me, will you? The guy who runs this shop is my dad's best friend, so I asked him to repair his broken key. So you snuck in with that key. That's not really fair at all, you know. Hey, it is too fair. Here, this is what the shopkeeper gave me. My dad has a ton of these, so you can have them. Mana earrings. Oh, let's play again real soon. Let's have a look around. We got a new product in today. The customers all love how beautiful it is. I wanted to keep one for myself, but it doesn't look like I'll be able to. Wind bomb. Gale winds. Seed. Gee. I'm a thief. Can I get to the chest from here? Oh, is he on the wrong side? This is strange. I'm supposed to meet my girl here, but she's nowhere to be seen. My girlfriend's waiting at another stop? Oh crap, I did it again. Thanks a lot, I better get to her quick. Wait, what? You want me to get that box for you? Yeah, sure, it won't be much trouble. Pretty shrewd of you guys. Yeah, I am very clever. Shine. Thanks for tipping me off. Hope she isn't too mad at me. Hold on, I know I can read that book, but like, is there something I'm missing here? The customers have. It sold out faster than I expected. My sales up for the month, but I wish I had more. Ordered more than a new item, but delivery will take a while. A lot of customers are reserving them. Just pray they arrive soon. Get a new... Okay. I don't know what to make of that. When I was younger, we would use gondolas to get around. We got by with nature, not magic power. I pulled off my gondola date, and all thanks to you. Right, you wanted the box, right? Well, don't worry, I'm on it. Thank you, Shannon. Mimint ear. Okay, what's over this way? I don't think I've been over here. Who's this? This street is linked to the lower town, where the military port is. Beyond that, well, go down there and take a look for yourself. Fine, I will. Mana capsule. Mint powder. I just take everything from everyone, don't I? Art is a grueling pursuit. Down into the trenches, it's tough to tell whether or not you're improving. If you could bring me something to serve as inspiration, that'd help me get the ball rolling. I think I can make something if I had some crystal fragments from the Crimson Forest. Sure wish someone would bring me one. Ow. Mysterious perfumes. It kind of reminds me of, in a way, it reminds me of Odo's room from Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, when he started to get all this different type of furniture so he could practice shape-shifting and moving. What do you think of this sculpture? Isn't it just mesmerizing how the line meets with that surface? Probe. Or Seed of Terrors. So he wants crystal fragments. This canal flows down to the port and then connects to the ocean. See the seagulls flying around? Do I see seagulls? Do they animate seagulls? I don't think so. You again, huh? I better not catch you loitering. Kiss my booty hole. Who's this doing? We got people going on about the Queen and the General right now, but me, I don't really care about anything like that. Oh no, don't. Where am I going? Okay, this might turn into something later on. My mom asked me to go buy this thing, but they don't have it here. Okay, that was helpful. And that's why we hid the treasure in. Yeah, agreed. Ooh. Who are you guys? You want to join our club? Club? Grown-ups aren't allowed usually, but if you insist, we can put you through the initiation trial. Take the trial. Alright, find our treasures and bring them back here. Mine is a red balloon, and it's hidden near something of the same color. Mine's a model of a gondola. I put it right next to something that looks just like it. Think you can find it? Mine is a doll with a dress. She loves to go shopping down this road. If you can find them, bring them back here. Okay, so there were gondolas down here. Model of gondola. A balloon near something red. The red thing might be... I'm hoping it's in this screen. I don't want to have to run off somewhere else. Doll in a dress. So I'm just looking for something red. Poisonous bones. Okay, not there. The Eastern Tribe Campaign. Under the rule of its 1,000-year-old queen, Numara enjoyed the unprecedented period of peace. The hypercurrent served as a barrier against outside invasions, and Her Majesty's policy of peaceful coexistence served to strengthen the nation. Numara first faced danger 500 years ago when an eastern tribe wielding powerful spirit magic sent a massive force into Numara. The army entered from the southwest, clashing with our forces in a fierce battle in the lush forest that covers the region. This battle dealt a severe blow to Numara. Although it is hard to imagine now, at the time only a small handful of people, including Her Majesty, had magic abilities. The magical power source itself was still weak, and much of magic's inner workings were still a mystery. The Eastern Tribe used its spirit magic to engage in warfare in ways the Numarans had never imagined. As with black and white magic, spirit magic takes advantage of a mysterious unknown power, but its basic principle and methods are far from similar. In the end, the battle concluded with Numara's victory after Her Majesty reluctantly made use of her arsenal of black magic. The forest was soaked with the blood of Numarans and Eastern tribesmen, with countless dead on both sides, buried where they lay. The battlefield, known today as the Crimson Forest, is now home to a legion of wandering spirits. Her Majesty, concerned with the danger that the forest poses, has prohibited entry into the woods ever since. Spooky. Great snacks for kids. Wow, this is a tonal shift. Sweet, fluffy steamed cakes are a hit among children everywhere. Add in some fruit for a novel delight. Ingredients: eggs, milk, sugar, flour, 1 teaspoon baking powder, pinch of salt, fruits, as many as you like. Well, I mean, within reason. It's just like a little muffin. Little muffin with a watermelon in the middle of it. Like, maybe not. First, sift the flour and baking powder. Mix the eggs, milk, sugar and salt in a bowl and beat well. Then blend in the sifted flour and baking powder. Cut the fruit into small pieces and work into the mix, leaving a small amount to decorate the finished cake layer. Put the mix into molds and place into the steamer. Put in a toothpick and check if it comes out clean. If it does, the steam cake is done. Dress it up with various colourful fruits to dazzle your children. Best served hot with tea. What child doesn't like tea? Okay, why not does my wife have to cry about everything? My daughter-in-law is such a cruel individual. She hasn't stopped by for years. Mana herd. These are the steamed cakes. Mighty carapaces. Flare bomb. I'm stealing this old couple's retirement savings. Alright, something red. Yeah, let's save again. If we've actually... I don't want to go through doing all that stuff again. What's over this way? Jesus, it's a long road. What? Let's stay where we are. So this game has a really... the world map is kind of weird. If I go out the other side, is it still leaving the city? No. Brings me somewhere else. Ghost Town, City of Ruins. There's something right in here. Apart from blood. One second, where's that case? This thing is blocking my view. That's better. Okay. Sandman seals.
Wow, that's an unusual color for a flower.
Whoa, no kidding. Girls like flowers. Hey, mind letting me have one? Ow!
Don't pick 'em!
Hey, you little brat. Next time, say that before you hit someone. You got that, kid?
Shut up, you old geezer.
Geezer? Old? Oh, I'm going home.
Did you plant these flowers? Nuh-uh. They're just flowers that grow around here. Mom says they're really rare. What are they called again? Tender flora. Yeah, what he said. Mom loves these flowers. They never wilt. She says they make people happy, too. Mom feels sorry for them since they're so pretty. And people just pick them whenever they want. You know, I bet there are lots of people out there who would pick a flower if they knew it could make them happy.
It's because they're growing here that makes you happy.
You're right. You know, if you leave them here, then they can make everyone happy. You're the only one who's ever said that. You must be a good person. Well, thank you. What's your name? I'm Cook, and this is my little brother, Mac. Cook and Mac. Gotcha. I'm Seth. Nice to meet you. Kime?
Kime, hey, snap out of it, buddy. Cut it out. We're pals now, right? Hey, you're giving me that look again.
They were blooming
What?
back then.
Back what?
Back then? Back when?
God, they just get up in his face, don't they?
Check it out. It's those prisoners the Queen just released. Yes, this looks suspicious. What are you characters up to?
Hey, stay back! Watch out for the flowers! Please.
Flowers?
Hey, if you want to pick a fight, do it someplace else.
Hey, those are tender flora. You know, the ones that'll make you happy.
Oh, I've heard good things about them.
You're thinking about your girl, aren't you?
Yeah, if I bring her these flowers, getting her in the sack would be a snap.
I am on the same wavelength with that guy. Hey, let me get some of that action.
Don't even go there, Jansen.
All right.
Hey, you can't have them!
What's with you, kid? Out of my way!
Cook, are you okay?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Real mature there, picking on a kid. Uh-oh. Hey, fun.
Listen up, losers. The Numaran military has the right to seize anything that grows on Numaran soil, including those flowers.
It's just a bunch of flowers. It's silly to pick a fight over something so small. What's with you? Out of the way, kid. It's no big deal. I'm just gonna take 2 or 3.
No,
What's with you, kid? I can't hear you.
I said no.
Whoa.
I still can't hear you. Oh, how cute. Hey, check out the tough guy.
I'm not moving.
Hey! Crap! What the hell's got him so worked up?
Hey, we could use this kid as the official flower guard.
We've got quite a crew of strangers and brats here, eh?
Why don't all of you get lost? You're mucking up New Mara.
Get your hands up here!
Where is she? 5
Idiots are
seconds.
the ones who should get lost. Your breath is so bad, it wilts the flowers!
Cook.
Oh, not bad. I like that. Good choice of words. Very nice. Good. Loved it.
Hey, you little brat! That's not how you address a Numaran soldier. Just because you're a kid doesn't mean you can get away with stuff like that.
I wonder how long your chivalry will last.
What? What chivalry? What are you talking about? Yeah. See, like that, those are heavy, heavy hits. He has to heal himself. Oh, of course you can't. What a prick. Well, that's an idea.
Away!
They do so much fucking damage. Like, I don't get it. It's been a while since I played this, but I don't get why, like, they do this insane amount of damage. Like, that rush attack is doing, like, what? Like, almost 50 to 75% of my total health in one attack. These aren't boss enemies, it's just an encounter. Like, I don't... Do I have some option to defend? Can I actually... Can I actually, like... I know you have that ring system for increasing the amount of damage that you do. But, like, is there no system for defending? Hmm. No, I don't... Do I need to get better gear or something? Because, like, yeah, look, Jansen's only got 360 HP. Like, that, like, one attack is almost 100% of his. Like, I don't... Like, if my characters have, like, 600 health, like, enemies shouldn't be doing 100 health. Like, 100 points of damage with an attack. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that just basic bitch enemies will do that much damage. Like, that's insane. That's ludicrous setup. Hey, wait up. Who's this? You're not my brother. I'm sorry, my sister must have caused some trouble for you. Look, you're gonna get lost if you keep that up. I told you to wait while I get you the balloon, didn't I? Oh, great. I know one of these. Time recalls a memory that was locked deep within his heart. A dream has been revealed. Don't forget me now, you hear? Brother dear, the cry comes from behind as he wades through the post-town's crowds. At first, Kime does not realize that the person is addressing him, and he walks on in search of lodging for the night. But the cry comes again, all but clinging to him. Brother dear, big brother. This is puzzling. He last visited the town 80 years ago. There can't be anyone here who knows him. Wait, big brother, don't go. His puzzlement begins to take on an eerie edge, for the voice addressing him as Big Brother can only belong to an old woman. Without letting his guard down, he turns slowly. Just as he thought. It is an old woman. Dressed in the clothing of a young girl, the tiny old woman is looking straight at Kime with a bright smile on her face. I think you may have the wrong person, he says, allowing his discomfort to show. No, I don't, she says, with a big shake of the head and an expanding smile. Your big brother Kime. What? What's wrong, Kime? Did you forget me? Oh, well, I mean... He can't place her. Even if he were to succeed in doing so, he knows he has no acquaintances in this town. He wonders, could this be a chance re-encounter with someone he once met on the road? But no, he is sure he doesn't recognize her, and strangest of all, why should this woman who looks old enough to be his grandmother address him as Big Brother? Kime is immortal. Kime apparently doesn't seem to understand that the people he meets actually age. That he might have met a child who is now old. Kime might be an idiot. Don't pretend you don't know who I am, Kime. You're so mean. She yells at him loudly enough that people in the crowd stop and stare at them. It is not just the fact that she is shouting, of course. People always have to shout to be heard in these crowded streets. That alone would not attract attention. The old woman's voice is different from a normal adult yell. It is like the innocent, unrestrained cry of a little girl who throws her whole body into her scream. People turn shocked expressions on the old woman and quickly avert their eyes. Their dismay is understandable. The old woman has her stark white hair tied up with a colourful ribbon, and her dress has the same floral pattern and floppy sleeves as a little girl's. Many of the passersby look at the old woman with a mix of sympathy and pity on their faces. Gradually, Kime begins to comprehend the situation. This old woman has simply lived too long. This is why the past, locked away in her memory, has become realer to her than the reality before her eyes. A middle-aged passerby tugs on Kime's elbow. If I were you, I would just walk away. Don't get involved with her. She'll be nothing but trouble. It's true, says the wife by his side, nodding. You're a stranger here, so you don't know, but this old woman is senile. You can ignore her. She'll forget everything in 5 minutes. That may be right. They may be right, but the fact is this old woman knows Kime's name. In the little girl part of her mind, she thinks of Kime as her big brother. He tries probing his distant memories. He spent no more than a few days here so long ago. He got to know very few people, and there can't be any of those left who still remember him. When Kime goes on standing before the old woman, the nosy middle-aged couple become indignant. Oh, you try to be helpful, and what does it get you? Snorts the husband. Well, let them work it out themselves, said the wife. Let's just go, which they proceed to do. Winding up her voice for maximum shrillness, the old woman calls out to them as they walk off in a huff. Don't forget me now, you hear? And in that instant, Kime's memory makes the connection. The old woman greets his look of recognition with an expression of joy. Do you remember me now? She cries. I'm Shushu. It's me, Shushu. He does remember her. A little girl he met in this town 80 years ago. Perhaps 5 or 6 years old at the time, she was a precocious little thing whose lack of shyness with strangers came from her being the daughter of an innkeeper. I'll be honest with you, the idea that you could look at a child who's like 4 years old and think like at some point they could be 80 years old. It's like, I find it really unsettling. Just that the unrelenting passage of time. It's mortality and all that. It's a lot. It can be a lot to wrap your head around if you actually stop to think about it. Somewhere along the way, she had probably picked up a phrase she heard someone using, so whenever a guest would depart after a number of days at the inn, instead of the standard goodbye or thank you, she would see the person off with a smile and a cheery, "Don't forget me now, you hear?" Only now, when he is suddenly able to see the girl beneath the wrinkles, Kime must avert his gaze from the old woman's face. What's wrong, big brother? He cannot bring himself to look directly at Shushu's vacant stare. 80 years have gone by. What can they talk about when a man who never ages meets a little girl from the distant past who has aged too much? Let me through here, please. Sorry, let me through here, please. Forcing his way through the crowd, a young man rushes up to where Shushu and Kime are standing. Great-grandmother, how often do I have to ask you not to go out without telling me? After scolding the old woman, he turns to Kime with an apologetic bow. I'm terribly sorry if she's been a bother to you. She's old and getting senile. I hope you can forgive her. Shushu herself, however, angrily presses her lips and demands to know. What are you talking about? I'm just playing with Big Brother Kime. What's wrong with that? She peers at the young man and asks, Who are you? The young man turns a sad gaze on Kime and begins to apologize again. With a pained smile, Kime stops him. Kime knows that at times it can be sadder and more heartbreaking for a life to be prolonged than for it to be cut short. Sad and heartbreaking though life may be, however, no one has the right to trample on it. She just can't seem to get it through her head that she's old. Even if I hold a mirror up to her, she asks, Who's that old lady? The young man, whose name is Cash, further explains the situation to Kime. She might forget that she ate breakfast, but her memories from childhood can be as clear as a bell. Kime nods in silent understanding. Cash and Kime sit on a bench in the town plaza watching Shushu pick flowers. She is apparently making a floral wreath for her long-lost big brother. But really, sir, do you have time for this? Weren't you in a hurry to get somewhere? No, I'm fine, don't worry. Well, thanks very much. He smiles for the first time and says, I haven't seen her this happy in ages. The young man seems convinced that his great-grandmother has encountered in Kime a person who resembled someone she knew as a child. Kime allows him this. He knows that Cash cannot and need not imagine the existence of a person who never ages. Her health has really deteriorated lately. Whenever she runs a fever, we wonder if this is going to be the end for her, and we prepare for the worst. But then she springs right back. Sometimes we joke that her mind is so far gone she's forgotten to die. Kime sees the young man in profile. Cash has a gentle smile on his face as he speaks of his great-grandmother. No doubt, when he was little, she used to hold him and play with him. Grown up now, Cash watches over his great-grandmother like a parent watching his own child. He calls out to her, That's nice, great-grandmother. I haven't seen you weave flowers together like that for a long time. Squatting in the grass with a fistful of flowers, Shushu answers, That's not true. I made a wreath for him yesterday. Then she says to Kime, Isn't that right, big brother? You wore it in your hair for me, didn't you? Kime cups his hands around his mouth and calls back to her, I certainly did. It smelled so nice. Shushu's face becomes a mass of joyful wrinkles. Overcome with emotion, Cash bows his head. Kime asks Cash, Are you the one who takes care of her? Mm-hmm. Me and my wife Cynthia. How about your parents? Or even your grandparents? Are they still living? Cash shrugs and says, I'm the only other member of my family left alive. His grandparents both died in an epidemic 20 years ago. His father lost his life in the war that enveloped this area 10 years ago. His mother, Shushu's granddaughter, aged more rapidly than her own mother, and the lamp of her life was snuffed out 5 years ago. So my great-grandmother has had to keep holding funerals over the years for her children and grandchildren. Before we noticed, she had become the oldest person in town. It must be lonely living that way. I'm sure, answers Kime. It might even be a kindness of the gods to let people fade out mentally when they've lived too long. At least that's how I've come to see it lately. You would think she would feel lonely to be left behind that way, but she's not lonely at all. To live long means you have a lot of memories. Maybe it's not such a bad thing to live in the world of your memories during the last days of your life. Shushu stands up, her arms filled with flowers. Big brother Kime, I'm going to make a floral wreath for you right now, and if I have any flowers left over, I'll make one for this other person too. Kime and Cash look at each other with bewildered smiles. Why are you smiling like that? Shushu asks. Are you two friends now? She opens her wrinkled eyes wide in surprise, gives the two men a joyful smile, and collapses into the grass. Cash starts to run for a doctor, but Kime grabs his arm and holds him back, saying, You better stay with her. Ironically, Kime, who can never truly know what it feels like to age, has been present for that very reason at countless deaths over the years. His experience tells him that Shushu will not recover this time. Shushu is lying on her back where she has fallen, her armload of flowers now spread over her chest. Her face wears a smile. Wait just a minute, Big Brother Kime. I'll make her read for you right away. Her mind is still lingering among her memories of the past. Will she stay like this to the very end? Keep fighting, great-grandmother. Don't let go. Cash clings to her hand, tearfully shouting encouragement, but she may not even realize that this is her own great-grandson. It's me, great-grandmother. It's me, Cash. You haven't forgotten me, have you? I bathed you last night. You knew who I was then, didn't you? Cash appeals to her with all his might. But Shushu, a girlish smile on her lips, is departing for that distant world. I'm going to be your father soon, great-grandmother, remember? I told you last night. Cynthia has a baby inside. Is going to make you a great-great-grandmother. Our family is going to grow. Another person with your flesh and blood. Still smiling, Shushu grasps one of the flowers on her chest in her trembling fingers. She thrusts it towards Cash, and in a voice no more than a whisper, she says, Don't forget me now, you hear? Cash doesn't understand. Indeed, how could he know the little phrase she always used to speak long before he was born? Kine puts his arm around Cash's shoulder and says, Answer her. I know what you mean, great-grandmother. I won't forget you. I will absolutely never forget you. How could I forget my own great-grandmother? Don't forget me now, you hear? I won't forget you, great-grandmother. Believe me, I'll always remember you. Don't forget me now, you hear? Shushu closes her eyes and lays her hand on the flowers on her chest as if groping there for something. She seems almost to be trying to open the door where the memories are sealed. A soft breeze moves over her. The flowers adorning her chest dance in the wind along with the memories. Surely among those memories is the Kime of 80 years ago. Kime snatches at one of the petals dancing in the wind, closing it in the palm of his hand. Shushu will never open her eyes again. She has left on a journey to a world where there is no past or present. The only ones she has left behind are Kime, who will go on living forever, and Cash, who is about to welcome a new life into the world. Clinging to her corpse, Cash raises his tear-stained face to look at Kime. Thank you so much, he says to Kime, the traveller. Thanks to you, my great-grandmother was so happy to be picking flowers at the very end. No, it isn't thanks to me, Kime says. He closes his fist on the petal in his hand and says to Cash, I'm sure if she had made a wreath, she would have given it to your sweet new baby. Cash shyly cocks his head and mutters, I hope you're right. But then smiling through his tears, he declares, I'm sure you are. About that promise you made to her. Be good and don't forget it. No, of course not. People go on living as long as they remain in someone's memory. With these words, Kime begins to walk slowly away. Behind him, he hears Shushu's voice. Don't forget me now, big brother Kime. Do you hear? It is the voice of the little girl from 80 years ago, ringing ever clear, sweet and innocent, declaring farewell to the man who will travel life forever. Jesus Christ. That's the kind of shit that, like, it's just the whole idea that you see someone as a child and they're an old person is just ugh. Alright, where's this balloon? Thank you. Now the loading's all taken care of. Are you sure this is okay? Won't the captain yell at you if he finds out how much you helped me? Oh, don't worry about it. This sort of thing we can handle in a flash. Yeah, think of it as payback for all the hot lunches you made us. If you need any more help, just give us a call. Oh, not another one. Kime recalls a memory that was locked deep within his heart. A dream has been revealed. I don't know. That last one was so fucking rough. Oh my god. Letters from a weakling. Once there was a woman who came from a foreign land to marry into an old family. Her husband was from a tiny village in the mountains, but he was working in a thriving harbour town abroad when he met and fell in love with her. At the time he asked her to marry him, his father in his home country collapsed and died. Being the eldest son in his family, the young man had no choice but to return to his homeland, taking her with him, of course. Her name was Mina. This was not a name used by the women of his homeland. Indeed, her name was not the only thing about her that was different. The colour of her skin, hair and eyes, and the language she spoke were all different. At the young man's hometown being a harbour city where people of many different lands cross paths, there would have been nothing unusual about this. In such places there were any number of homes that welcomed foreign men and women into the family, generation after generation. But this is about as deep in the country as you can get, the young man told Kime, sighing on the night he made Mina his wife. Kime had rushed here all the way from the harbour town in the far country to attend the wedding. At the banquet the young man had given Kime a look, and the two had slipped away from the festivities. They were standing in the garden looking up at the night sky. When the eldest son marries, his wishes are of no importance. What matters is family. The two families negotiate the engagement, and the bride is chosen who is acceptable to the groom's parents. That's how it was with my parents, and how my grandparents did the same. I know what you mean, Kime said with a nod. Judging from the formal wedding ceremony, it was easy to imagine the highly conservative nature of the area, and just as easy to imagine that the relatives had not welcomed Mina into the family. Alex, Kime said to the young man. Yes, the young man answered, still looking up at the sky. You are the only person who can protect Mina, you know. Well, I know that much, Kime. Mina is a wonderful girl. I know that too, of course. The three were good friends. Kime and Alex had worked together, offloading ships at the same pier, and also together they had gone to the neighbourhood where Mina worked in an outdoor stall. Even now, Kime retains the bittersweet memory of Alex and Mina struggling to communicate in each other's languages. You know, Kime, Alex said that night under the sky, I think you sense it too, but Mina was drawn less to me than to... Kime cut him short. Never mind, he said with a pained smile. Of course, Kime knew how Mina felt, and if he had responded to her feelings, she and Alex would not have been married here today. But Kime had held back. Instead, he had urged Alex to pursue his love for Mina and help the two come face to face. He felt no regrets about having played the part of an unlikely Cupid for them. Destined to continue his never-ending journey, Kime was unable to love Mina in return. One of Alex's uncles stepped out of the house drunk. Hey Alex, what are you doing out here? He growled. The groom can't be absent from the reception. Sure, I'll be right there, Alex said, turning towards his uncle. Kime tapped him on the shoulder. Make Mina happy, Alex. Leave it to me, he answered with a smile. Come on, said the uncle. Hurry up, the groom's supposed to sit there the whole time. The entire family is here and we're going to drink the night away. He grabbed Alex's hand and dragged him back into the house. The man was all smiles with Alex, but when he glanced at Kime, his borderline polite smile could not disguise the gleam of distrust in his eye for an outsider. Kime was sure he had noticed that same gleam, though perhaps not as openly displayed, in eyes that alighted on Mina. So that was the kind of village to which Mina had come as a bride. You better make her happy, Alex, Kime called out again towards his friend's receding form. I'm counting on you. But now the uncle had his arm around Alex's shoulders and he was noisily monopolizing his nephew's attention. Alex never heard those words from Kime. It was 3 months later when Alex came to visit Kime at work on the pier. I'm in town on a buying trip, so I thought I'd stop by to say hello, Alex announced. Judging from the fatigue evident on his friend's face, Kime had a pretty good idea of his real reason for coming here. As casually as possible, Kime asked, How is Mina doing? With a feeble smile, Alex replied, After the wedding, things happened. Mina had been accepted neither as a member of the family nor as a resident of the village. There were too many differences in daily customs and culture. But the one thing that made Mina too different from the tiny village was the brown colour of her skin. If only she could speak with people. Mina is trying her best to learn our language, but my mother and the other relatives make no attempt to learn hers, not so much as a good morning or a thank you. They insist it's up to the daughter-in-law to do all the adapting. Still, Mina was working hard to draw closer to Alex's family and birthplace. She would be the first one out to the fields in the morning, work without a break until the sun went down, and do sewing until late at night. She would try to talk to people in the local dialect that Alex had taught her, using gestures and body language, and she would apologize profusely with abject smiles whenever she failed to understand what they were saying. Kime could easily imagine Mina going through these exertions, which made Alex's report all the more painful to him. You should come visit us now and then, Kime. Mina would love to see you too. Kime responded vaguely with a silent nod. When Alex added, I want you to come and cheer her up, he said nothing in reply. What's wrong, Kime? Are you angry? I'm not going to visit. Why not? You promised me you'd make her happy, remember? We agreed that you're the only one who can do that. But still, sorry, I haven't got time for this. I have to get this ship loaded before it sails at sunset. With his curt dismissal, Kime turned away and continued working. Alex stared at him from behind, looking frustrated and confused. Kime could feel his friend's gaze on his back. Because he could feel it, he kept working without another backward glance. Eventually, Alex gave up and left. Neither man spoke words of farewell. A year after the wedding, Mina gave birth to a son. The boy had brown skin like his mother. He had just started crawling when Alex visited Kime again. There was talk of a divorce, Alex said. There's nothing wrong with our relationship. Mina and I love each other, that's for certain, but my mother and the relatives say there is no way they can accept a brown-skinned child as the family heir. His existence supposedly harms the marriage prospects of my younger brother and sister too. So they want us to send the baby to Mina's family. It's gone that far. He should just leave. Alex had lost a great deal of weight. He was obviously living with much pain every day, trapped as he was between family and Mina. None of this made sense to Kime. However trapped Alex might be, as long as he was firm on what was important to him, there could only be one answer to his family's demands, and he should be able to arrive at it without anguish or confusion. I know how strong you are, Alex sighed, speaking to Kime's back as Kime went on hoisting huge, spine-snapping crates in silence. The longshoremen here were well paid for handling crates on their own, loads that would take 3 ordinary men to lift. The daily wage was calculated by the number of loads each man lifted, so asking for help would result in a pay cut. For this reason, Kime and the others never complained or asked for help. They would lift even the heaviest loads by themselves, which is stupid. Alex had been like that too. If someone nearby asked him, are you going to be okay with that, he would be all the more determined to do it on his own. Fine, fine, he would smile, and gritting his teeth, he would lift the giant load and absolutely fuck his back. Don't do that. I'm getting to that age now where, like, my back is starting to... it's not fun. But Alex was not like that anymore. I'm starting to think that maybe, in the long run, tying Mina down to a life in my village is just going to make her unhappy. My relatives say they'll support Mina and the baby, so it's not as if I'd be abandoning her or chasing her away. It's just that, for both our sakes, starting a new life. Having finished piling crates on deck, Kime turned towards Alex for the first time. He was looking down at Alex on the pier. And you're alright with that? Huh? If you're convinced it's the right thing, then go ahead and do it. It's not for me to interfere. Alex's features distorted under the impact of Kime's words. Kime said nothing more, but went back to work. His anger and frustration were reaching the boiling point. Alex had no idea that Mina had been writing to Kime on occasion since shortly after the wedding. About the hardships she had been facing in the home of her husband's family, she said not a word. Instead, she would spell out how happy her current life was and declare repeatedly how much Alex loved her. Always, the letters would end like this. I'm sure you too must be living happily, Karen. This is why Alex's report of the situation at home had filled him with such intense anger and frustration. He had never answered Mina's letters. He felt certain that if he were to write to her, whether with words of encouragement or comfort, or even playing along with her sad lies, something important that gave her spiritual support would snap in two. Come see the baby, Kime, Alex pleaded. Mina would be thrilled if you do that. Instead of responding to Alex, Kime called out to him from on deck. See that crate over there? Can you lift it? The crate near Alex was of the same size and weight as the one that Kime had just loaded onto the ship. In the old days, Alex would not have hesitated to carry it up to the ship, every muscle in his body shuddering. Now, however, Alex gave Kime one timid glance and, smiling to hide his embarrassment, said only, "Not me." Kime said nothing more. He felt strongly that their long friendship had come to an end, though in fact for Kime, whose life would go on through all eternity, it had been nothing more than a momentary acquaintance. Kime has been on his endless journey ever since. Now and then he thinks back to those bygone days. Both Alex and Mina long ago came to dwell among his distant memories, the kind of memories that revive with a deep sense of bitterness. And they are there to this day. Alex made his third trip to see Kime a year after the baby was born. Having wasted away to a mere shadow of his former self, Alex stared vacantly at Kime and his voice lacked all intonation as he announced Mina's death. She'd killed herself. Hanged herself in the barn. Kime was amazed at his own detachment as he took in Alex's words. Mina's letters had stopped coming several months earlier. Either she no longer needed to spin those sad little lies about being accepted by Alex's family and the townsfolk, or she had lost the strength to invent them anymore. In effect, it was the latter, Kime was learning now. To the very end, she could not make anyone accept her. My mother, my family, or the town, Alex said tearfully. She was all alone, finally, to the very end. Without a word, Kime punched Alex in the face. Alex seemed to know and accept the fact that the punch would be coming. He did nothing to resist or defend himself. The fist hit him full on and sent him sprawling in the road. Why? Kime demanded to know. Why did you say she was all alone? And when Alex righted himself, he smashed him in the face again. Alex began coughing violently and uncontrollably, and when he spat up a gob of blood, a broken back tooth came out with it. Kime knew well enough that Alex had been suffering too, that he'd been engaged in a desperate struggle to do something about being trapped between family and wife. Otherwise, he would never have wasted away so dramatically from the brawny young man he used to be. As well as he knew this, however, Kime could not forgive him. He had promised, he had given his word, he would make Mina happy. He would protect her. Kime could never forgive Alex for failing to make good on his oath. Wiping the blood from his mouth with the back of his hand, Alex dragged himself to his feet. I know how strong you are, he said to Kime as he had once before, but this time his words took on a far sadder tone. But let me tell you this, Kime. My mother and my relatives and the others, their way of looking at things is not completely crazy. To live in peace and quiet in the country, you have to follow the country's special rules. It just happens that one of those rules was not to accept a bride like Mina. I was born and raised in that village, and I know the village code. I know it all too well. Which is why I've been in pain, such pain all these months. I'm a weakling, I suppose. In your eyes, I'm probably so weak you want to spit on me. So laugh at me, hit me, despise me if you want to. Come on, hit me again. Alex thrust his face at Kime for more punishment, and Kime threw another punch. This one landed squarely on his nose, and may have broken it. Alex crumpled to his knees. The blood that gushed from his nose was blacker than the blood from his mouth. Alex looked up at Kime with a smile of self-derision. Mina should have been with you. That's what I think. If she had married you and not some weakling like me, she'd still be alive. With a wordless, strangled cry of rage, Kime lunged at Alex, grabbing him by the collar and hoisting him to his feet. Another punch, and still another. Kime was not planning to stop punching Alex. Now, though, with Kime's hands still fastened to the front of his shirt, Alex looked straight at Kime for the first time since coming to the dock. Why didn't you ever answer Mina's letters? That's all she was hoping for. A letter from you. So he knew. Alex knew everything. It's terrible out there in the country. Anybody who wants to can find out who wrote letters and who got them. Everybody out there is like family. Everybody but Mina, that is. If Alex had wanted to, he could have quashed Mina's letters easily. Then, not one of her sad little lies would have reached Kime. But instead, Alex had read the letters, resealed the envelopes, and sent them to Kime one after another. He had internalized Mina's sad little lies and started looking for Kime's answers even before she did. Kime stopped his fist in midair and asked, "How could I have possibly answered her?" "Why not?" Alex retorted. "You know how trapped she was feeling. You must have known how much encouragement one word from you could have given her. But you were Mina's husband." "Yes, that's true, but you were always the one deepest in her heart. I knew that, and because I knew it, there was only one thing I could do." "No, that couldn't be." Astounded, Kime lowered his fist as Alex said to him, "I wrote to her. I pretended I was you, and I wrote her letter after letter. 'Be strong,' I told her. 'Keep your spirits up. I'll come to see you soon.' You're too strong, Kime, so you can't understand the feelings of weak people. But I don't have that problem. I'm weak. I understood how a weakling like Mina felt." Alex cried, the blood streaming from his nose and mouth. "There's one thing I don't know, though, Kime. I don't know whether Mina actually believed that the letters I wrote from you, or whether she knew what I was doing and pretended to believe. I wonder, was life in my village so painful for her that she couldn't go on living there without pretending to believe?" Kime made no attempt to answer Alex's question. Slowly he let the strength go out of his clenched fist and released his grip on Alex's shirt. Alex drew a step back from him, then took another step, putting distance between them before his final revelation. "There was one letter, just one, that I didn't send for you. To you. That was 3 months ago. It was the first letter in which Mina begged you for help. She said she wanted to run away and asked you to come and save her, as soon as possible, to rescue her and the baby. That was the letter Alex threw away. Posing as Kime, he wrote a 2-word answer. 'Be strong.' The day after she read the letter from Alex, Mina hanged herself in the barn. Well, yeah, hanged. Kime stood rooted to the spot, crestfallen. This left him momentarily defenseless. Alex shot his fist at Kime's solar plexus, though his feeble blow could hardly be called a punch. The pain it inflicted might have been greater for Alex's own fist than for Kime's superbly conditioned muscles. He's so strong. What an idiot I was. Be strong. Such words might have meant something to somebody like you, but to burden a weak person like Mina with them. No, they could only break and crush her." Alex gave another tearful, self-disparaging smile and thrust his face toward Kime. "So hit me. I don't give a damn. Hit me all you want. Beat the hell out of me. But let me ask you this, Kime. If I had sent her last letter to you, would you have finally answered that one? Would you have been able to accept Mina in all her weakness?" Kime did not know how to answer this question, nor did he raise a clenched fist to Alex again. So ended the story of Kime and Alex. Alex turned and walked away, but Kime could not bring himself to call out to him. He simply stood there, drained of all emotion, and watched him go. Alex did, however, turn to face Kime again when he had put enough distance between them so that Kime could barely make out his voice. "I can tell you this much, Kime," he shouted. "I am going to raise that boy of mine. I'll make him into a man of my village. I may have been too weak to be a husband, but as a father I'll do better. I'll make him happy." Kime returned his words with a silent nod. Alex allowed the hint of a smile to show on his badly swollen face. He then turned on his heels once more and strode away, and Kime never saw Alex again. Every now and then, Kime remembers Alex and Mina as he proceeds on his endlessly long journey. When he thinks back on what he himself was like in those days, wanting only to be strong in all things, the memory is a bitter one. If only he had been the person he is today. The present-day Kime would not have rejected such human weakness. Now he can accept the fact, sometimes with a pained smile, sometimes with genuine heartbreak, that everyone is weak. If only he could begin his journey again. Mina might not have to die. But this is no more than a hopeless dream. He meets them only once, and they are gone forever. The mortals, the humans, the ones without eternal life. This is what makes them all the more dear to him. This is what makes his breast burn for them. Aware now that he has failed to love human weakness throughout his battles and his wanderings, Kime turns his step towards Alex's old village. Alex himself, of course, is long since dead. But Alex's descendants, he can tell at a glance. They have brown skin. Brown-skinned youths are the ones in charge of the village festivals. Brown-skinned old women teach girls how to weave floral decorations. Brown-skinned children and those who are not brown play together in all innocence, free of care. Perhaps this can compromise a tiny epilogue to the story of Alex, Kime, and Mina. The graves of Alex and Mina lie side by side atop a low, windswept hill. Kime picks flowers from the field and offers them at the doomed couple's graves before returning to the road. What is human strength, after all? Kime still does not know the answer to this question, and this is why, again, today his journey must go on. Jesus Christ. Does he have any happy stories? That one time I sat on the beach. Right. Is there something red? Yeah, but I've already been in there. You saw me in there. Okay. Alright, no. Something red. So red balloon by something red. So I need an anger ring. Can I? No. I can make rings. Okay. So he can use the anger ring to make a Herculean ring, which I think I already have one. Yeah, he has a Herculean ring. Biokiller level 1. I just have to figure out about making better rings. I just need to get some decent gear. Right. Something red. That's I'm looking for a balloon for that boy. But it's beside something red. White square. You know, actually I haven't gone down this way. Oh, it just goes to the... Two ways to leave the city. So the city and the port. Was there anything red up here? There was something to examine there. I don't know what it was. I like it when JRPGs give you like a sense of scale. Like they kind of go like, no, the area you're in is actually like the size of a proper city. You're just exploring a small part of it. You see around here, get lost. Oh, did I not already? Huh? I guess not. One of the games that actually I think does that really well was it's Final Fantasy 12, when like what's the part? There's a part where it's kind of like, it's like, what do you call those oil platforms? It's like an oil platform, except it's in the sand sea area, and you don't run around the entire thing. Let's actually save. I don't want to go through that dream again. Because you don't run around the entire thing. You just kind of run around the edges of it, because they're connected by these long walkways. And if you go down a walkway, it'll like load screen to the other end of the walkway, but you can see the full line, like down the walkway. You can see the full thing. It just cuts out the middle of it, so it gives you the sense like that the world is large. You just don't get to experience all of it. It's there. It is there. But it's just. Wait, did I see something here? Oh, maybe it was the apple that was there. Ah, my gondola model. Guess that was too easy for you. You found my doll. Wow. Bingo, that's my balloon. Nice work. Oh, you found all the treasures. Well, I guess you'll be the first grown-up to join our club then. And here's your proof of membership. I found this in the trash can over there. Pretty cool, huh? Don't be shy with it. Kalolan earrings. So, how do I equip? Oh no, these down here. Grants immunity to Kalolan. Whatever that is. So I can choose to defend. which is okay. But did I? So apparently the game doesn't have armor. So there might be no real way to actually lower damage taken. All right. Can I skip?
Wow, that's a...
Where's it? Skip.
I wonder how long your chivalry will last.
Alright, do I have... Well, continue, continue. Oh, shit. Well. Well, that was... Like, you can't have, like, this, you can't have two enemies that just do that kind of damage. That's fucking ridiculous. This is a dumbass fight, to be honest with you. I mean, like, you have... It's in the fucking city. Do I have to leave the city to level up in order to do something in the city? Alright, let's see if we can level up a bit. A 3-move thing that only does 75 damage. Fucking... Crystal fragment. How many of these did that guy want? I'll go that way. Aha!
Oh yeah! Let's get it on!
Shit. Oh, great. Well, well. Hold on a second. Well, at least Jansen leveled up. Just one moment. Okay. Seth learned Turntail. Can I give her something else? Yeah, give you that. And heal. That'll have to do. How many of these did he want? Yep.
If it's a fight you want, you got it.
Okay. What? I don't... Oh, okay, well, at least that's... Oh. Of course they have. How are they still in the back? Kellerlane, and I have a Kelladol ring. Did they do something? Shit. Kelladon. I don't know what that does. Oh, the Chicas are people. How are they still in the back? How? I thought the back was... Oh, of course it is. I wasted my mana.
Only the strong survive.
Kind learned. Guard heal. Alright, equip something else. Yeah. What is this? I don't know. Can't interact with it. What is this? Nothing's happening. Looks like something made by the Eastern tribe. I guess it wouldn't respond to us since we don't know any spirit magic. Well, I wonder who does know spirit magic. Oh, there we go.
Man, getting old real quick.
Okay. course. There we go. Who is Seth is wish I could practice with the ring. I have a difficult time figuring out how I'm supposed to get a perfect overlay like that.
This does not look good!
Oh, these assholes. No, ground. I'm pretty sure Jansen did a lot more damage with that last time. Does it? What's 1A, 1B? Alright, let's see.
Ow!
No.
Ow!
I don't know what Kellalon does. Oh. Does it? Oh. Do they undo each other? ground does a lot more damage. Wow, they have a lot of health. Do I have...
Away!
shit. Well... Well, it's not going to affect him, thankfully. No, that doesn't... There we go. That's perfect. How much damage do they take?
Sorry about that.
Yeah, Seth is immortal. Immortal characters revive after a certain amount of time. Oh, he's all out. Finally, I got to kill one of those ones.
Only the strong survive.
Seth learned crisis concentration. I think, might just head back to the city, see if there's someplace I can go to, I can't remember if this game has inns. Wait, do they automatically heal at save points? Or do they... Okay, everyone's automatically healed up. Do they automatically heal at save points? Why am I... Okay, I don't get it. Because, like... No, it says that it doesn't. It says that they don't. Unless... moving from one area to another heals you? I don't know. So I'm gonna run in here for a little while just to level up a bit. See, I'd like to hear the rest of that piece of music. Like, it's a very interesting beginning. Can I... So, underneath the map there are those 3 lines. What do those mean? Jesus, this is taking a long time. God, it's so slow. So slow. Right, anyway. Alright. Well, that doesn't do anything. Alright, so we need to get someone with spirit magic.
You want a piece of me?
What do we have? No, let's just attack. There we go. Well, Jansen, it would be nice if you could get a little bit faster. Go ahead and combat. Well, okay. Jesus. Pokemon immune to sleep? Alright, wake them up. You do. Please let them hit level 19.
That wasn't very fun.
Yay! Poison oil, wind seal leaf. Alright. 474. Okay. So if I exit to the world map and head back in again, or do they recover health when they go to like a town? Is it just going to a town? Just traveling out of an area and into an area. I think I need to look into getting, because they have an item there that apparently reduces magic damage.
You know, it's tough being so popular.
But they need to get something that reduces regular damage. I wish it would. Oh no, I should have cast shell on everyone. Yeah, I can't.
That was a close one.
Is he still learning something? Kellalon. Does Kellalon just reduce your damage or your magic? Is it all damage or magical damage? Does it reduce it to 1? Because that's what it looks like it does. This music, I'd like to hear the rest of this. I wasn't actually paying attention. Did that music play while I was able to choose my destination? Or does it only start playing when they start moving? Okay, let's see how the... Have Jensen cast... Shell. No. I want to look into buying some stuff that will give bonuses. Okay, are there any... Have I? No, I haven't been in here. Hi there, I'm just going to ransack your house. You just enjoy yourself while I do so. The Brave Little Boy, Part 1. Once there was a little boy who was very brave. He was also very well behaved, so all of his family loved him very much. In a nearby mountain, there was an evil monster who liked to cause trouble for the people in town, ruining their crops and kidnapping their children. He was strong, his fangs were sharp, and his body was covered with tough scales, so none of the soldiers in the land were strong enough to defeat him. One day, the brave little boy saw how distressed the townspeople were. "Why is everyone crying?" he asked his mother. "Well, the evil monster kidnapped the princess," she answered. "Why was the princess kidnapped?" the boy asked. "Well, the monster likes little children and beautiful princesses the most because their meat is soft and succulent," answered the mother. "Why isn't anyone helping the princess?" the boy asked. The mother answered, "The soldiers tried to rescue her, but they were all killed by the monster. And the monster was one of the strongest in the land. Even when every soldier in town banded together to fight him, he just opened his enormous mouth and swallowed them up, all at once." "But mother," the boy exclaimed, "doesn't he have any weaknesses?" "The monster has no scales on the tip of his tail," his mother said, "so when you touch it, they say it pains him terribly." "But the monster is crafty, and he never shows his tail to anyone. He always keeps his enemy in front of him." Upon hearing that from his mother, the brave little boy had a brilliant idea. To be continued. Okay, here's part 2. The brave little boy, part 2. Sneaking out of town one day, the brave little boy was spotted by his friend, the little bird. "Where are you going? The monster is ahead and it's dangerous." "Well, that's exactly what I need your help with. Could you go to the other side of the mountain and peck the monster on the head for me? You're small and you could do it without flying." The bird perched on the little boy's shoulder. "Alright, you're my friend, so I'll help you." The boy and the bird climbed the mountain. The bones of the monster's victims were scattered across the mountainside, and the monster's fearsome bellow grew louder and louder. "Here I go," said the bird as it took off, and the boy collected some sharp, pointy stones and put them in his pocket. As he approached the mountain top, the boy saw the gigantic monster. He sat still and waited silently until, from the other side of the mountain, he saw the bird shoot down like an arrow and peck the monster's head with his sharp beak. The monster, surprised, turned around and tried to swallow the impertinent little bird. Just then the boy lunged at the monster's exposed tail and drove his sharp stone deep into the soft flesh of the beast. The monster flailed about in pain, but the boy held on to his tail, refusing to let go. One by one, he plunged all of the sharp stones from his pocket into the monster's tail. Eventually, it proved to be too much for the mighty beast, and with a mighty thump, he fell to the ground. The brave little boy found the kidnapped princess and returned home to his mother. The brave little boy married the princess, and his bird friend was awarded all the bread crusts he could eat, and they all lived happily ever after. The end. You're not really meant to feed birds bread. It's not good for them. It's too much carbohydrates. Having two children is just making my head spin. They haven't started arguing with each other yet today, but the day's still young. Those kids are always picking up stuff and hiding it around here. If you find anything strange, just take it with you, alright? Insect. Nerds. That's Oh, that one was good. Okay. Let me have a look down here. Get out of my way. So how do you get over there? Huh. Jesus Christ. Boy, move. The run animation doesn't line up fully with Kaim actually moving across the ground. So he looks like he's even though he's running, he's kind of sliding on the ground a little bit. And he looks like those guys who know how to do that trick where they kind of skip and run, and it kind of makes them look like they're just gliding through the air. Okay. There, we're selling something else. What was in here? Oh, yeah. This guy in the back, does he sell anything interesting? Okay. I'll try our hands this fight again. And hopefully it'll go better. Get Jansen to cast shield. I want to know what the timing is. I don't understand like 1A, 1B. Yeah, let's save. Just in case they kick my ass again. Alright, did I pass anything here? Actually, if I... No. I think I got the things from the Crimson Forest for that guy, so... I'll just leave it for a bit.
Wow, that's...
Skip.
I wonder how long your chivalry will
Oh,
last.
shut up. Yeah. At least they don't rush straight away. Jansen is so slow. Hey, can I cast shield on them? Do they not have... I don't know. Does it only last for one round? Nice. Yeah, fuck you. Oh, there we go. Finally. I don't get much experience from doing. Well, learned some stuff. That's good.
I knew they weren't ordinary travelers. We'll find out who you really are one of these days. Don't you forget it!
Yeah, we'll remember whatever we want, stupid. Wow, you guys are all so strong.
Well, we've been doing this for a while.
These guys haven't lived as long as they have for nothing, you know.
We want to thank you somehow. Right, Mac?
Oh, he's...
How about we bring him home?
Home?
Yeah, we don't have much, but we'd love it if you came to our house.
That sounds really fun. What's the plan, Kime?
Let's keep moving.
Oh, come on. It'll be fine to rest for just a little bit, won't it?
Yeah, Kime, what's a day or a week, month? Come on.
Please?
Well, that settles it.
Why are you in such a rush? You got nothing but time, Kime.
To get to our house, take this path straight down until you see the ocean, then turn left there. Our house is the one with the blue door. You can't miss it. You know, I bet I can. I'm just going to run back and see if I can hand these fragments over to that guy. If I can remember where he was. The cook's house in Ghost Town. This. Ah, come on. Yes. I'll come back. I think the house is just over the bridge. Yeah, I think... Is this it? Yeah. I'm still not feeling it right now. I'm sure I can make something if I had some crystal fragments from the Crimson Forest. I know. Maybe if I can get 19 more. This is not enough. 13 more? Fucking cheeky shit. Probably opens up a route within the forest and there are more of them in there. That's what I'm imagining. Because there are definitely not 13 in that first area. Oh, it takes a while to get places. I love the sound of water. Right. Is that a well? Can I... Is that it there? Was... Okay. Okay. There are all these little just things dotted around the place that look like you should be able to interact with them, but you can't. What is that supposed to be? It's kind of like in older cartoons that had painted backgrounds, where if they were in shot with a piece of furniture or something that was not painted to match the background, it was hand drawn and inked, like the characters. It was like, oh, that's going to be something that gets interacted with. That's what it reminds me of. Or else when they, oh, that's it over there. Or else when they have a scene in a movie or a TV show where a character is not centered in the middle of the frame, they're slightly off to the side with a big chunk of empty space beside them, and you're just like, oh, something's going to happen in that space. Like they're setting that up for like some sort of jump scare or something. I think the only one I can think of that kind of averted that is Ghostbusters 2. The courthouse scene when they get their proton packs back, and there's this shot of just Egon standing there, and the gallery, whatever it is, where just the public sits, is in the background behind him. He's like more to the left of the scene, and I remember like first time I watched it, I was like, I thought something was going to happen behind him. I thought something like ghosts were going to appear there. No, nothing happened. It was just an unusual shot in that regards. Can I open this gate? No. There's a pipot in the pot. So what happens if you give them seeds? I think they give you something if you give them seeds. Oh, there's another seed. Seed. I'm not 100% sure how many immortals end up joining the party. I know there's at least one more, but I don't know if the queen is one of them. Give it seed. Give it 12 seeds. Okay. Alright. Oh, how many of those do I have? Can I buy more? I'll give it a healing medicine. See what happens. Took something out of the pot. Gave you healing herb. Okay. It's got all my seeds now. I'm gonna talk to those in a second. I want to upstairs. Let's have a look around, see what's here. Steal some stuff. Kellalon. Okay, now we can find out what Kellalon does. Turns one party member into a Kellalon or removes Kellalon's status. Uh-huh. So, does it take time to activate? Because, like, they cast it on Jansen, and nothing really happened. Like, this is a nice house. The medicine you ordered is in this package. However, I must remind you that this is meant as a pain reliever, not as a treatment for the disease itself. I know you are not prone to fits of despair, so I will be blunt. With your illness at such an advanced stage, treatment with conventional medicine will be difficult. I sincerely recommend you visit a doctor at least once. If you ask Her Majesty, I'm sure she will procure a talented sorcerer to suit your interest. Please take advantage of it. You must think of the children. Furthermore, I have my doubts that living in Ghost Town is the best thing for your health right now. I heard that you're keeping up the house after your husband's death, but you must consider the needs of the living first. Do you have any family you can call upon? I hope you can have the treatment you need. Best regards. Blank.
Hey, Mom! Mom, we're home. Mom, we brought some guests.
Is she sick?
Looks like it.
Good afternoon.
Hey there.
These people are from Ura. They protected the Tender Flora from these stupid soldiers, didn't they?
The flowers.
Mom? What's wrong?
Mom? The flowers. They've let me see you one more time.
The flowers. They brought us together.
Oh, Father.
Father?
What?
Father?
Liram, is that you?
Father.
Yep. Yeah, this jackass.
Liram!
Liram.
We.
You survived.
Kime, your memories.
What is it? Why are you looking at me?
Gangora. Gangora was there.
I've missed you so much.
I'm so sorry. I couldn't save you myself.
Is Mom?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since. Sarah. I have to find her. She doesn't even know you're alive.
Not for long.
I don't have much time. Cook. Mac. Come here. Listen, both of you. Kime here is my father. I know he looks very young, but he is your grandfather.
Dun dun dun.
The one I've told you so much about. Your dear, dear treasures. I've been able to hold on this long because you've been here.
Mom?
Father, take care of them. Please.
Of course.
Father, there's something I've always wanted to tell you.
I know, Lirum. I know. Lirum!
Mom? Mom?
I'm glad. So very glad. I could see you once more.
Mom?
Lirum! No, don't go. I'll bring Sarah here, I swear. Hang on, Lirum.
Mom? Mom? Mom, no! No! Wake up!
Well. Who is this dude?
Father, if only I had a fraction of your strength.
Bolton.
There was still so much I needed to learn from you. I depended on your guidance even when you scolded me for my weakness. Father!
Father. Oh. What is this?
What is this?
Oh, it's a poo monster.
Better brace yourself. It's over.
Well, he doesn't get rings, does he?
This victory's food for the soul.
Oh, for now. He's going to get attacked again. Oh, hold on. Alright. Return. What's that face? Brr. Inquire. Roxanne. Wind. Can I not? Fight back, you twat. Stop inquiring and just fucking fight back. Yeah, finally. Uh... And whatnot. Is he? He gets very excited about it. Very glittery armor. Is he going to turn to mud? Dun 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 dun. Oh, well, that's terrifying. Well. Oh. He's a snake. The hand gestures are just so. Sit up straight. I think I liked about that interaction between Gongora and the prince is that, like, he's obviously lying. It's he's the guy who's set the whole thing up, but he's not being played with that kind of like. He's not being played with that whole like. No, you can trust me. I'm a good guy. that kind of like obvious villainy. It's like no. He wants you to believe that he's on your side, so he's playing you with like total sincerity. You know, I do. It's just one of those things in. It's one of those weird tropes where like the villain is obviously villainous all the time, even when they're trying to pretend that they're good. They can't hide the fact that like they're trying to fuck you over, and it's just like, how do people fall for that? And I do appreciate it when it's just like, oh no, he's actually he's a villain, but he's actually good at pretending to be good. What? That's a great way to honor her memory. What is he wearing? Is he wearing like partial masks? Oh no, this. Yeah, I think I can do that. I'd like for you to gather about 10 white flowers as decorations for Miss Lyram. So are these... These. 1. Yeah, and I can count to 10, thank you. Okay, this should be 5. Oh shit, no, only 3. Oh, spoke too soon. Right. No flowers here. This is 5, is it? There aren't going to be any white flowers left in this area after I'm done. Oh, can she fit in here? I mean, they do look like areas you should be able to interact with, but they aren't. Alright, one more. Right. This easily could have just cut back to the house with her name's Cook, isn't it? With Cook just returning, and then him turning to Kime and saying, "Okay, now you have to go get the torches." Ah, you've gathered the flowers. This should be enough to send Miss Lyram off through her final journey. Oh, is it a full mask? But it's just painted flesh color in the middle. Is that what it is? It's hard to tell. Oh, okay. I need about 10 torches to light. I can trust you to take care of that. It's these things. So you actually do interact with them. The first one of these I saw, I thought it was like a dead cat. That's like, well, that's an interesting it's an interesting addition to the game. Is there one over here? No. So what's the boy's name? Is it Mac? What's he gonna do? So the last time I played this, which was like, what did this come out in, like 2008? I played this like when it was released. I got further than this. I actually, not to spoil it, but you do meet Sarah. You meet her up there. I got that far. I know, I might be a bit weird, but death always makes me really depressed. Well, funerals. They're not the laugh riot everyone else thinks they are. Yeah. No pressure. The attendees' good wishes will not be conveyed, and your mother will burn in hell. The ceremony will be holding as a traditional method of seeing off the dead. Participants will light torches and use them to burn through the ribbon the gondola is attached to. Mac, it will be your job to light all of the participants' torches. Lerma is a good and kind person to all. Now then, let's begin. After expressing their condolences, participants will move their torches forward. Move your torch to the right and bring your flame to the tip of your partner's torch. Yes, that's how you put them together. This motion serves to represent the rippling ocean. Be sure to adjust the position of your torch. Try touching the tip of your torch to the tip of your partner's torch. Then the fire will surely catch. It's a bit of a tongue twister. This time you'll move your torch to the left. This motion serves to represent the rustling forest. Ah, yeah. Next you will raise your torch up. This upward motion serves to represent the endless sky. Now you will lower your torch toward the ground. This downward motion serves to represent the solid earth. The torch has been lit. It is time to say your final goodbyes to your mother. Stay strong, alright? You've got Cook with you. Your job then is to move the torch around like this and light the torch of your partner. You will need to pay attention to your partner as each Numaran will move his or her torch in a different direction. Since ancient times, every Numaran family has its own particular custom for sending off the dead. You must be aware of that. If you are unable to light a torch the first time, you will retry as many times as you like. The important thing is that everyone here fully extends their feelings out to Miss Lyram. We do have many participants waiting, however, so do try to light them as smoothly as possible. No. My condolences for your loss. If you need anything, just ask. There's no need to be shy. Lyram extended her kindness out to everyone. She helped my family and I a great deal too. I may be the last one of my family, but I still want to show her how thankful I am. Lyram was such a gentle person. I knew she was ill, but I never thought it would claim her so fast. Hang in there, alright? I always looked up to Lyram as a woman. I wouldn't mind becoming a mother like her someday. I'll miss her dearly, but I want to show her my smile one more time. You're wearing a mask. Lyram was a wonderful woman. I'm sure she had things pretty rough, but she was always so bright and cheerful. Let's see her off with a smile. Well done. That was some fine lighting. Now it's time to say my goodbyes. It'll sure be lonely without Lyram around. It's such a shame that she was so young. Let's make sure your mother has nothing to worry about when we see her off, alright? What a good job you've done with the fire. I'm sure Lyram would be overjoyed to see how well you kids are turning out. Now for my final word. She only died yesterday. Right? Like she it's like, she should know how they're turning out. Like she's only she's gonna wash up on a beach like half a mile down the coast. There's like some little village there. They're like, none of these fucking bodies. Just a big pile of funeral bodies. Just. he was... What a weird camera angle. Oh. Bling. What? What? Whoops. No. Ooh, we were in there. Well, Jesus, that was... not yet. I think I can rest. Oh. I was worried there that there was going to be another dream. Is Mac okay? I hope he didn't hurt himself. Just stressing over it isn't going to do anything now, would it? Come on, let's go look for him. She changed her clothes? Oh, and I have a new party member. Excellent. I can't remember if Mac actually joins the party as a character like that. Anywho, that's neither here nor there. That's enough for today. We've accomplished something. I think most of it was cutscenes, but Jesus. Yeah, we're going to make our way through the Crimson Forest. We're going to meet Sarah. And to be honest with you, I don't remember anything after that. I remember meeting her. and getting a vehicle. That's it. So, that'll do. Shanae, and bye-bye. Tell me I did not have the game muted this entire time. I hope not. That was a cutscene. Alright. Bye.